InfoWars has filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, and it's in regard to, or in response to, the fact that Alex Jones has been found guilty of defamation for lying and saying that the Sandy Hook shooting was a false flag operation meant to steal guns from Americans. Now, Alex Jones, founder of InfoWars, was found liable for damages in a trio of lawsuits last year filed after he falsely claimed that the 2012 Sandy Hook school massacre was a hoax. Sandy Hook families in late March rejected Jones's offer to settle their defamation lawsuit and reopen the case. Jones had offered to pay each one of them $120,000, but they also rejected that offer as well, saying that it was, his desperate attempt to make this all go away. I'm glad that they continue to fight, but the way that this is going down does not bode well for anyone who actually wants to see justice in this case. So far-right website InfoWars and two other companies owned by Alex Jones have filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection in light of several defamation lawsuits. The filings were made in the US Bankruptcy Court for the Southern District of Texas. He notably lives in Austin, Texas, so that makes sense. The companies that filed were InfoWars, IW Health, aka InfoWars Health, and Prison Planet TV. Now here's the part that you should be fully aware of, because homeboys hiding money. InfoWars listed its estimated assets in the range of $0 to $50,000 and estimated liabilities in the range of $1 million to $10 million. Oftentimes, and you see this happen with corporations all the time, PG&E, which is an electric utility in California, also had done the same thing after its role in starting deadly wildfires due to faulty equipment in California. What they'll do is they'll file for bankruptcy specifically to avoid having to pay the amount that's determined by the judge. So in this case, we don't know what that amount is yet. The judge hasn't determined it. But to say that the assets for these companies is in the range of $0 to $50,000 is a joke, when we know that just from slanging those, ridiculous supplements on his show, he made tens of millions of dollars in a short period of time.
Yeah, actually, it was not tens, it was hundreds. $165 million in 3 years alone. So what happened to all that money, Alex? I can guarantee you where it is. It's in a shell company somewhere where he's hiding it. So this looks like a good story. Oh, Alex Jones declares bankruptcy. It is not a good story. Sometimes what happens in bankruptcy is they'll pause the civil proceedings that bankrupted him, thereby delaying justice, let him restructure and wipe away his debts, and then start from scratch. No, the answer should definitely be no. So there's a reason why you have bankruptcy, but this ain't it. This is an abuse of the bankruptcy laws. So look, if you're a student and you have student debt, you can't do this. You can't get rid of your debt like this because of Joe Biden.
You can never discharge your student loan debt, even if you file for bankruptcy.
Corrupt Republicans and Democrats work together to make sure that you can't do what Alex Jones is doing right now, what Donald Trump did 6 different times, okay? Now, so that's how they treat you. But if you have $165 million, now the question is to these courts, and he's been mocking the courts throughout. I'm not gonna show up, I don't care about your proceedings, you're all a joke, I don't care, I'll lie to you over and over again. Now he says to them, ha ha, I don't have any money. Are the courts actually going to find those shell corporations and get the actual money? Or are they gonna be like, oh yeah, he's rich, so it's totally okay. Let him just rob those poor people of the lawsuit money that they actually won, and let him just hide the money. And there's a reason why they might let him hide the money, because it might be a precedent. And they don't want to set a precedent because there's so many other corrupt rich people. And if you expose Alex Jones's money, it might expose all of their money. By the way, a lot of our top finance people in this country are currently hiding Russian oligarch money. And we all know that, but we don't know exactly who's hiding whose money. Why? Because it's all shrouded in secrecy so that rich people can continue to rob you, okay? And so now when Alex Jones is doing it, are they gonna actually look into it, or are they gonna be like, oh, sure, I bet there are no shell companies. I bet that $165 million just spent itself.
So ridiculous, I mean, it's ridiculous. But Listen, so the question is, will he be able to go through with this? And I want to share one detail to the story that could be foreshadowing, because he did make a joke of the courts. He refused to show up for depositions until a judge stepped in and basically decided to fine him daily until he does show up for the depositions. Eventually he did show up, but get a load of this. Judge Barbara Bellis in Waterbury, Connecticut ordered the return of the money, $75,000 by the way, because Jones eventually did show up at a rescheduled deposition. The fines, which escalated daily, were aimed at making sure that he did appear for the questioning.
Yeah, no, don't take away the fines. You help him make a mockery of the courts. God, they're so lenient towards wealthy people. God help you if you're middle class and you wind up in the American court system. They will crush you, right? But if you're wealthy, oh yeah, don't flout it, etc. Oh, fine, we're just kidding. No fine, no, keep doing whatever bad faith actions that you're already doing. By the way, throughout these proceedings, Alex Jones, in case you didn't know, if you're an Alex Jones fan and you're one of those idiots who bought like the brain supplement, well, first of all, to be fair, your brain definitely needs a supplement if you're an Alex Jones fan.
It's called reading.
Yeah, but yes, it's called a book, not this snake oil that he's selling you. But okay, you're one of those guys. Well, did you know that in the court proceedings he admitted that Sandy Hook is real? Well, he told you it was fake. He got you all riled up. He told you it was crisis actors. Now that when his ass is on the line, he's like, oh yeah, of course I was lying. Of course it's real. No, I just lied to my audience because they're idiots. They're dupes. How do you think I made hundreds of millions of dollars? By targeting the dumbest people in the country. That's what he thinks of you. That's not my opinion, that's Alex Jones' opinion. If you don't believe him, go ask him. Hey, is Sandy Hook real or not real? And all of a sudden, he's gonna say, it's real, it's real. No, why? Because he wants to hide his money, he wants to keep his money. That's why, and he thinks you're all dupes, and on that, he's probably right. Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.